Hello and welcome to my channel. You are here because you want to learn English. You want to speak better, listen better, and feel confident. You are in the right place. In this video, you learn English in a simple way. You do not need to translate. You just listen, understand, and grow. You are the main character of this journey. You take one step in each chapter. You build your English slowly but strongly. Stay with me until the end. You will feel progress after every part. You will see that learning English is possible for you. So let us begin your journey now. Chapter 1. Building the Foundation. Welcome, students. I am your teacher, Lena, and you are my learners. We are starting our journey to English fluency together. I always believe that the first step is the most important. You also believe that learning begins with small but strong steps. Right now, you know some English words, and you listen carefully to my voice. You are learning by hearing, repeating, and practicing. I teach you simple sentences, and you speak after me. For example, I say, I am a student, and you repeat, I am a student. This practice is happening now, in this moment. Sometimes I explain rules. For example, I tell you that we use present simple tense for daily habits. I read every day. You understand that? At the same time, I show you present continuous tense. I am reading now. You notice the difference. Slowly, you begin to use these tenses in your own speech. I also remind you that grammar is not everything. Vocabulary and pronunciation are part of the foundation too. You often ask me questions, and I answer patiently. Together we create a safe place, where mistakes are normal, and practice is welcome. You will remember today and the future. You will say, I started with basic steps, but those steps built my confidence. I will always remind you that small daily. Practice leads to big success. This is our foundation, and it is strong. Chapter 2. Thinking in English. Students, now you are ready for the next step. You already know many simple sentences, and you use them with confidence. But I see that sometimes you still translate from your first language. I tell you, stop translating, start thinking in English. When you look at a tree, you do not say the word in your own language first. You say tree. When you feel happy, you do not think in another language. You say, I am happy. This habit is happening now, and it grows stronger each day. I always explain that thinking in English makes your speech faster and clearer. You often imagine pictures in your mind, and I guide you to connect those pictures with English words. For example, I say, picture a cup. Immediately you say, cup. You are not translating, you are thinking directly. Sometimes I ask you questions in class. I ask, what do you see? You answer, I see a book. I ask, what are you doing? You reply, I am listening. This practice is simple, but it trains your mind to stay in English. You will remember this training in the future. You will say, I no longer depend on translation. I think in English. I always remind you that fluency begins in the mind. If your mind is in English, your words will also flow in English. Chapter 3. Conversations that matter. Now we move to the next step of your journey. You already think in English, and you use words naturally. The time has come to practice conversations that matter in daily life. I ask you, how are you today? You reply, I am fine, thank you. This simple exchange may look small, but it builds real communication. We do not just study grammar. We connect with people through words. You often ask me, can I speak with others in English outside class? I always say yes. I encourage you to try greetings, questions, and answers with your friends or family. When you say, what is your name, or where do you live, you are using English for real interaction. This is happening now, not later. Sometimes I act and you respond. For example, I say, imagine we are in a shop. I ask how much is this? You answer, it is $10. Together we create small role plays that prepare you for real situations. I remind you that mistakes are natural. If you forget a word, you do not stop. You try again. Every time you practice, you become more confident. I notice your voice grows stronger, and your sentences become clearer. One day in the future, you will say proudly, I can have conversations in English. I can listen, answer, and share my ideas. That moment is waiting for you, and we are moving closer to it every day. Chapter 4, Expressing Yourself Clearly. We are moving forward in our journey. You can already hold simple conversations, but now you must learn how to express yourself more clearly. Speaking is not only about answering questions. It is also about sharing ideas, feelings, and experiences. I say to you, describe this picture. You look at it and reply, it is a house. The house is big, it has a garden. I guide you to add more details. The garden is green, I see flowers, I feel happy here. Step by step, your sentences grow longer and stronger. Sometimes I ask you to tell me about your day. You say, I wake up early, I eat breakfast, I go to school. Then I teach you to use other tenses. You continue, I am studying English now. I have learned many new words today. I will practice more tomorrow. This way you learn to connect past, present, and future. We also practice feelings. I ask, how do you feel? You reply, I feel excited. I am nervous, I am confident. By saying your emotions in English, you open the door to real communication. I remind you that clarity comes from practice. You speak slowly, you choose simple words, and you keep trying. Each time you express yourself, your English shines brighter. One day you will say, I can explain my thoughts and my heart in English. That is true fluency. Chapter 5. Practice, Review, and Grow. We have reached the last step of this journey, but learning never truly ends. You now have a strong foundation. You think in English, you hold conversations, and you express yourself with confidence. Still, you must keep practicing every day. I always tell you, review is the key to growth. You read your notes, you listen to recordings, and you repeat sentences again and again. At this moment, you are practicing. Your brain is becoming faster with English. Sometimes you say to me, I forget words. I remind you forgetting is normal. When you review, the words return. When you practice, they stay longer in your memory. This habit is happening daily. It builds fluency step by step. I also encourage you to use English outside this class. You write a short diary in English. You speak to a friend, or you watch a simple video. Each small action is part of your growth. You are not just a learner now, you are becoming a speaker. In the future, you will look back and say, I practiced daily, I reviewed often. I grew into an English speaker. I know that day will come because I see your progress now. Remember, fluency is not magic. It is the result of patience, practice, and belief in yourself. Keep learning, keep speaking, and keep growing. Together, we have built the path. And now you walk forward with confidence,